looking for your mug? So have you guys ever had a time where you're just like going about your day and then all of a sudden your mind just goes completely blank? In February that happened to me, but it happened to me on stage. So in November, me and my group of people in my dance conservatory were entered into a competition in Chicago called Dance Slam Chicago, where we performed a piece, and we ranked so well that we were invited to come back for a performance in February. So we had a new piece ready for February. It was a piece called Clocks. It's about timing. It's a pretty modern and fun piece, so there was a lot of like happy thinking supposed to be going on in our heads. And we prepared it for a month. I felt very confident in it. I was like, I can do this, I'm ready, I'm prepared. And then we go to the theater, and since it's a pretty big like showcase together, we are sharing a dressing room with this other school called Batavia, I believe they were called. And there were probably like 20 girls in that group, and the dressing room was very, very small. So we were all kind of like, you know, squished together, all trying to stretch ourselves before our performance. So it comes to our turn, and we go backstage, and everyone backstage is like, you know, they're nervous about their pieces, and we get on stage, and I hear someone on the side of stage start laughing, and I mean, probably they were laughing at a friend's joke, they probably weren't laughing at us, but in my head, I'm on stage, everyone's laughing at me. So we start our piece, I try and put it all out of my mind, I've gone through everything beforehand, so I'm like, I know what I'm doing, I can just let my muscle memory take over, and I can just smile and have fun and be happy. So we get to a part in the dance where my group is in the very front of the stage, and we go to do our section of the dance, and my mind just goes blank, and I do the completely wrong piece of choreography. And then I'm like, crap, I did the wrong thing. And I'm on stage, and I just ruined the whole dance. We go off stage, and I'm off stage, and I'm mad at myself, and I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I just mess everything up? And then I look on stage, and the soloist is on stage, and she's doing a turn, and I'm like, well, at least she's doing well. And then she falls on her butt in front of the whole audience. She's the only person on stage. And I just thought to myself, well, I didn't ruin the piece completely. So we go back on stage, we finished the piece without error. And just from that experience, it was a really good time for me to remember that as much as you prepare, sometimes your mind's going to betray you, and you just have to laugh it off. And sometimes, even as prepared as the soloist might be, maybe the floor was too slippery, or she lost her balance for a minute, but everything's not always going to go well, and you can be happy with that, and I can still be happy with my performance in that show, and remembering the good times of standing on stage, forgetting the choreography, and then being upstaged by the soloist who fell down.